After 8 months and 25 days without nicotine, I have been through clouds of cigarette smoke, vape smoke, people asking and offering me to hit their vapes, as well as people asking me why I quit. Other people trying to attack me for what I see it as, target me to make me look inferior for trying to help others. And most recently last night, surrounded by a trio of both cigarette smokers and vape smokers. And they had asked me what I was doing. And so I explained to them what I was doing. And they explained, and I asked them, what are you doing? Knowing what they were doing. And they said, having a smoke. And I said, oh, I should know. I smoked for 5.5, 6 years. And, I said, not anymore. They said, well, you're doing great. Keep it up. They were smiling. And so it was nice to see some support. And the fact that it was actually from nicotine addicts. Thank you to you three, because that was something that was just confirmation, as well as if you guys ever need any help when it is the right time, and I encourage you that now is the right time for you to quit nicotine. My channel is always here for information, motivation on quitting nicotine. I got you. I'm still here today, stronger than ever, ready to move forward, and then I remind myself why I do what I do, and how I could go through all of this stuff that I've been going through with an addiction to per se nicotine. For, the nicotine, and for it to help me deal with my so-called troubles, though instead I continue to strive to be the better version of myself, to be a better version of myself, and continue to grow spiritually, making an effort to connect with the universe in ways more focused on my spiritual path. For example, teaching is what I believe is part of my spiritual path, as well as giving out information and knowledge to people to help people be aware of things, and as well as help continuing to be a strong spirit and maintain being a rock for others when possible, to help assist heal and for them to exist in a spiritual upliftment. Mentally making an effort to connect with the universe in more ways, right? Like I said, that was spiritually. Sorry. I'm going to read the second one again, but yeah. I have my kind of notes right here that I wrote for this video, and I think it'd be easier for me to probably read it like this, just sit here, read it like this. So let me try doing that. So that was spiritually. Mentally, making an effort to stay focused on the task at hand, no matter what distractions are presented. And I've been working on this, basically not having thoughts that is something that I end up dwelling on. So being able to come to a resolution with the thought if it's a troublesome one, and being able to move on and do so at ease. Allowing continuing to create the thoughts that I want to be in my mental state, as well as release outdated and fixed thoughts that can be, energetically draining you. emotionally making it apparent to self that it's okay to feel everything associated with the thoughts, the situations, the feelings that are occurring, and that stability is what allows the flow of water freely. Like a river that is wide on the sides and has mud on the sides rather than rock, and that mud soaking up all that water, turning it into a marsh, turning that river into a marsh. That could be you if you aren't emotionally balanced or protecting yourself with good emotional states of being. When the emotional state of self is fulfilled, although each of us are responsible for our own emotional states of being, there can be an effort to be there for another as emotional support, and even if it just means to inspire or make one feel loved. Physically, been putting myself in physical situations that my other states of being are at peace with has been a change of pace. This has made it easier to live in the present moment as if there is nowhere else to be, as well as continuing to feel present. Hold to that present moment because, it's what you have. The present is called it because it's a gift. So hold on to that awareness that you can be grounded in the present. Had enough of being so much in my mental state of being all the time and thinking nonstop, constantly thinking. So it has been, like I said, it's been a nice change of pace. It's been enthralling to be able to experience more in the physical. Whatever it is you decide to do with your life is on you. You can't demand something of someone that doesn't agree with you with what you're demanding of them. So don't demand a supply of nicotine to yourself, knowing that you don't fully and completely agree to those terms and conditions of your addiction. Choose to make the stronger decisions, knowing you'll continue to grow on your journey no matter what. And that's what I wanted to talk today about on this 8-month and 25-day check-in. Just about how, through all the trials and tribulations of my journey quitting nicotine, which has been 8 months and 25 days, like I just said, I have continued to push myself to grow into my mental, physical, emotional, spiritual states of being. And it's helped to be able to be aware of this and to continue to push me forward. When it comes to, the reason of why I made those posts earlier today is simply for purposes that are known by me and that are known by the universe and others. Because when certain things take place, there's always going to be the balance, and it'll always be order to where and I mean karma, right? Scratch that what I just said about order. I mean karma. That will always be there, and you'll always have accountability of yourself. You'll always be accountable of yourself. So that's just, a basic rule of karma is you're always accountable for your own actions. That can be liable to, essentially be returned back to you. So be aware of your actions and just stay aware, guys. Stay protected. You know, like I said, the higher power will prevail after all. As it always does, there will be justice displayed in the universe. And anyone out there struggling with nicotine addiction or struggling with your mental state, mental illness, physical state, physical illness, spiritual state, the state of being that you are in spiritually, as well as emotionally, maybe depression or anything like that. Guys, there's always going to be ways that you can improve your states of being. So continue to not give up. Continue to push forward. Continue to grow each and every moment that you have to grow. And as you continue to grow and grow and grow, you'll realize that there's things that you are learning from your experiences that are way more valuable than, you know, something that you desire or something that you can get, like physically or anything like that. And it just reminds me of this Bob Marley quote, you know, wisdom is better than silver and gold. It's a cool one. But yeah, so 8 months, 25-day check-in, and then when I go back to, I want to touch back up on how I was surrounded by those trio of smokers and how I for sure was breathing in, you know, some air that had smelled like essentially cigarettes, right? And hadn't smelled the vape or anything like that, but I mean zero, and no like effects at all. I don't feel any withdrawal, like I've spoken about before. It doesn't affect you. Once you've gone, you know, a long time without a substance, it really has no hold on it. Like I've talked about in all my videos, the stages of detaching from the substance nicotine through my journey. And it's really true. It really doesn't affect you once you stop your use after all. So let that kind of push you forward. And that's going to be it for the 8-month and 25-day check-in. Thank you. Peace.